Hi everybody, I'm Zilla Blitz and welcome to another episode of American Truck Simulator. Let's go for a drive in Wyoming. Continuing on with our adventures in the state, the least populated state in the United States. Today we're going to take a generator from the southwest corner of the state up to Rawlins, which will give us 8 towns visited for the Cruising Wyoming event. And if there's time, I think we might be able to cut to the northwest and pick up one more delivery, perhaps getting us to 9 out of 10. And I've also loaded up the first mod in American Truck Simulator, which is the Realistic Brutal Weather mod. And that's a mod that we used a lot in European Truck Simulator 2, but I really haven't played around with mods here, and it sounds like it's all up to date for version 1.41. So we've swapped that in, and we'll get a little bit of taste of that. Although that can, the Realistic Brutal Weather, you never really know if your weather is going to be brutal or not. So it's kind of hard to say what's going to happen with that. But we are at this little checkpoint now, which is in, the heck are we? Evanston, I think? Yeah, we're in Evanston. And we have a 45-minute drive now to go pick up our trailer, which is going to be a power generator. And then I think it's a 3 or 4 hour drive up to Rawlins from here. So we'll touch base as we get closer to this generator, and then we'll grab it and get going. So it's a little bit of bumpy riding here. We are at this power company here, which is where we're going to pick up the power generator that's bouncing up and down on us on the right over there. Vitus Power here. It's kind of a bumpy ride for a power generator, but let's get this hooked up and we'll get on our way here. Looks like it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so I think most of this ride will be, if not all of it, will be in the daylight. And then probably sleep once we get to Rawlins and get some gas there. And maybe fix the truck up a little bit and stuff like that. And then see if we can head out from here and go up into the northwest part of the state. Get 2 deliveries in this episode. That'd be kind of fun. All right, let's take a look and see what we got here. This thing's pretty heavy, I think, 31,000 pounds. Mysteriously packaged up here for a power generator, but I guess that's what it is, I'm sure, right? It's got to be what it says it is. So we'll get moving here. Let's come on out. Nice straightforward trailer to pull around here. As long as we take some wide turns, I think we're going to be okay getting out of here. Oh, better be careful. Really want to hit one of those construction barrels and just wipe it out, but maybe that's not a good idea. So yeah, we got some bumpy wheeling here, but we'll get out on the highway. And again, with this Realistic Brutal Weather mod, I mean, you never know what it's going to be, but one of the things you may recall, I think it was one of the episodes in Euro Truck Simulator 2. Oh, that's a blade for one of the wind turbines. Cool. If you saw in Euro Truck Simulator 2, where we just were basically blinded by fog. So there's a lot of, there's more extreme weather, I think, in this mod, which is really fun, because it makes weather kind of a factor to deal with in the game. But it's also nice because it doesn't overdo it. At least it didn't overdo it in Euro Truck Simulator 2. It was very representative. Like, you might do 30 deliveries before something happens, which is kind of cool, because the last thing you want to be doing is, driving every episode in incredible fog and rain and all this kind of stuff. So I really liked it. I'm glad they've the version's all ready to go here, and we put it in. So that's pretty good. So we'll get out on the highway here and chat a little bit once we get going. And it's just a little bit more bumpy riding here. So we'll see you in a few minutes. So about 2.5 hours left in this 3-hour delivery here. So we're out on the highway, just kind of making our way to Rawlins, straight ahead here. Things looking pretty good. And thank you as well to the person who, I looked through the comments, I couldn't find it. And a bunch of people have suggested mods over the past few episodes. So I apologize that I've forgotten who it was that suggested checking out the Realistic Brutal Weather mod. But thank you for doing that. It was one, again, that we're familiar with from before, but it kind of hadn't been something I'd considered looking up again. So I'm glad to get that one in. The other thing I've been thinking a little bit about too is is just some of the achievements, and it was Nathan Johnson who mentioned actually that the Vista achievements, the 10 of them that are attached to the state of Wyoming, only 7 of them are actually in the state. That 3 of them are just outside the state, and like Utah, and I think Idaho, he said a couple of them were too. So that explains probably why we haven't seen a lot of them. And it looked like I kind of looked them up to see where they were. It looked like a number of them are kind of in the northwest part of the state, which is the part of the state we haven't yet explored. So kind of looking forward to seeing some of those. If we go up to Riverton, I think we might see 1 or 2 on the way there. So that might be kind of fun. Got a big truck in front of us here too. And the other thing, there's 2 other achievements in Wyoming. One is the livestock one, which apparently someone had asked about this in comments too. The livestock trailer is a new trailer that got released with the Wyoming DLC. So you can deliver live cattle. And I don't know if you have to buy the trailer in order to have those deliveries become accessible, because I've been looking for them now for the last 2 deliveries and I haven't seen any available. But I don't know if you have to be in the right city. I know that there's very specific industry. You have to deliver it, I think, to Bushnell. And I think there's only 2 of them in the state, maybe. And you have to make, I want to say 10 deliveries. And this might be totally wrong. But I think it's 10 deliveries of live cattle. So it'd be nice to get started on that. That might be kind of fun. It looks like a really cool trailer with the silver, kind of the live cattle trailer. Looks pretty neat. And then there's another one down in the bottom, the southeast corner of the state, the last of the 5, I think, which is to deliver 3 different types of railroad parts to the rail center down in Cheyenne. But I forgot to check that out while we were down there, and probably wouldn't have stopped in Cheyenne to make 3 deliveries in the same city, because I want to kind of, what are we doing? It's left, right? Yeah. I want to make sure that we get the Cruising Wyoming event done first, so I'm happy with that. So anyway, yeah, that's a little bit of chatting on what we're doing for achievements and everything, and we will keep plugging along here. It looks like we've got about an hour and a half left, so we'll see you as we get close to this first delivery. So we are in Rawlings, about a couple minutes away from our delivery here, trying to take a wide turn so we don't smash into that car. A couple of turns and we should be there. We've got a biplane up in the sky ahead, trolling us again. But yeah, the sun's going down. We've just been yawning a couple times, so we're a little bit sleepy. Looks like this is the place to make the delivery here. Curious to see what kind of parking we get. Wyoming so far, the parking hasn't been bad, I think. Whoa. Just didn't see that gate. There we go. Up we go. It feels more realistic. And I think part of it too, again, I mentioned it before, is I think I'm just getting used to the American trucks, which handle so much differently than the European truck. So when I went back to that European Truck Simulator 2 episode, I couldn't back it up at all. So I think I've just gotten accustomed to how these handle, and then kind of developing a skill to shift instantaneously. 40, that's be easy. That looks pretty simple. Just have to go around and pull it in over there. Okay, we'll just do a little loop here, I think. Power generator for houses, maybe. Interesting. We'll go all the way around and make it super easy for us. And then, yeah, we're definitely going to do a second delivery in this episode. I think we definitely have time for this. We'll just zip around here. They're still working here on a Saturday evening at 8 o'clock at night. That's crazy. Oh, this is a little trickier than it looks here. Right, because we got to... Oh, we avoid those rocks. This will damage our truck. Pull forward here. Over there. And we should be able, I'm hoping, to just back it right in here. Alrighty, let's see how we can do here. Gotta adjust it a little bit. It doesn't look too tricky. I think we can swing it in here when we get the backside over there. Right about now. Bingo. There we go. So we are here. Power generator is home. All right. So I'm going to take a quick screenshot. We'll let's do that first. All right, let's put the wheels down and let's get our delivery here. So I think we made about $5,000. And again, one of the things I want to try to do is to save up money for a 3rd truck so we can get our 2nd driver and start to crank up more money here. A little bit of experience. We're kind of just nudging our way up to level 13. It gets to the point in the game now where it's a little bit, it just takes longer to level up for sure. 8, there we go. For a second there it didn't go. We've now got 8 of 10 events. So we're making some progress there. And I'm going to take care of a couple things. I'm going to look for a new job, go get gas, and get to sleep. And then we'll have another job, and we'll continue again from there. So we'll be back momentarily. We are back. I couldn't find a job. So what I was trying to do is to go from here, which is Rawlings, just up to Riverton, because that's a close drive away. But there are no deliveries from Rawlings to Riverton. So instead, we got this super lame delivery, used packaging, which pays like pennies on the dollar up to Jackson. But it gets us our 2nd to last city in the state. So we'll just suck it up and make that delivery. But to cure the depression, check it out. Did a little bit of shopping. We get the little pirate sticker there. And the super high-tech electronic cooler to keep the beverages cool. So now we got burgers, chips, and a cooler. In the back here, we got the dinosaur, which still needs a name. Someone suggested Trippy. That's pretty cool. Commander Potty Train suggested Trippy. I think that's good. And I think Jim Wagner suggested Buffy or sodium benzoate. That's a pretty good name too. Someone else suggested Buford. Yes, that was a pretty good one. And we got a hockey stick too, a Mickey hockey stick back there. $200 for a hockey stick. That's a pretty good deal, I think. Hockey sticks are expensive. But anyway, I'm babbling on, but now I feel better because we spent money and kind of spiffed up the truck here. So we are going to head out. It looks like we have a 36-minute drive to pick this thing up, our used packaging. So we'll go pick it up, and then we'll see you once we get the trailer hooked up here. We're gonna have some... So here we are with our little, it's not even a real trailer. It's like a baby trailer that wants to grow up someday and be a real trailer. And it's crooked. Look at that. It's not even straight. I don't know why it's crooked. Anyway, we'll take these cardboard boxes up to Jackson. It's not very exciting. I really want to do like a power generator or crane or something, or meat or cattle, but no, we get used packaging. I'm not complaining though. But anyway, we'll get going on the road here, and then we'll see you as we get to the highway. We got a little bit of wheeling to go, about 5 hours to make it up to Jackson. So Jackson should be cool. I'm kind of excited to see what that looks like. I had been to the real Jackson. This was probably 20 years ago, and it was quite an interesting place there. It really kind of embraces the Western cowboy culture, if you would. So I'm curious to see how they've portrayed it now, because I'm sure it's changed a lot in the 20 years since I've been there. But anyway, we'll get going and see you on the highway. Alrighty, so we are out on the road here. It's about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock on Sunday morning, game time, and our weather mod is giving us perfectly clear skies. Not a cloud in the sky. Looks like it's going to be an easy drive and a light load. Not making much money, but we do have nice cold beverages from our $1,100 cooler here. Where do you get, how does a cooler cost $1,100? That's crazy. I think we paid $180 for that little pirate sticker too. That's good business if you can make a little pirate sticker for $180. $200 for a hockey stick. That's actually not bad. Hockey sticks are pricey, so clearly, I think the people who made the hockey stick might not know the real cost of hockey sticks. If stickers are $180, hockey sticks should probably be about $10,000. But anyway, we're on the way here, and I'm curious, for people that have gotten Wyoming and driven around with it, are you enjoying it? And how do you get livestock? Maybe you can help me out. I'm trying to figure out how we can pick up livestock deliveries and things like that. But are you going for the achievements? Are you checking out the vistas, just driving around and enjoying the sights and stuff like that? How many people are done? Are you done with all 10 deliveries and things? I've been seeing a lot of people on Twitter saying finishing up, and so we've still got, of course, we'll have one to go after this, and then we'll be all done with the Cruising Wyoming event. But not sure what we'll do next after this, except I do know that our short-term goal, once we kind of finish up the Cruising Wyoming event, I might stay and do the livestock achievement. That would be kind of fun, and it doesn't look like very many people have done it yet. Not that that's a reason to do it, but that might be kind of cool one to work for. Or go back and try to finish up the Cheyenne Railroad achievement down on the bottom, the southeast corner of the state. But I'd also like to go back and kind of do that perfect driving one in Idaho that we hadn't finished yet, and maybe just poke around. Still, I haven't been to Colorado or Nevada at all, basically. I haven't been to California at all either, so lots of places still to go, a huge chunk of the game to explore. I think we're still way under 20% in terms of the map explored, so tons of stuff to see and do. Any suggestions, ideas? I'm open to it, and I'd like to get another truck at some point too. Our own truck, kind of get this one. I'm not sure if I want to upgrade this one all the way to 30. Maybe do this one to level 15 and then try a different truck. And I know people have suggested some of the ones that are really good. And it looks like there might be a new one coming. Someone said they went to the Freightliner. Oh gosh, I might screw this all up. But they went to the Freightliner dealer somewhere in eastern Wyoming, I think it was. Oh, Bushnell, yeah, I'm sure. He's got a cool delivery in front of us. And they had some kind of look like cabs for trailers under tarps, which seemed to suggest, whoa, getting a little close here, seemed to suggest, cut this car off. Yeah, get out of my way. Car, get out of my way. There we go. Which seemed to suggest that there's a new truck coming soon, too. I feel like there's been new trucks coming like every month now. I'm not sure if one company, gets a new one in there and all the other truck companies are trying to keep up, or what's going on with that, but that's still pretty good. All right, so we'll keep chugging along here. Looks like we yapped for about an hour of game time there, so we'll chug along till we got a little bit over an hour left, unless we see something interesting. I think this drive might be pretty scenic, so we might have some cool views to check out on the way. But we'll chat as things come into play here. So about 2 hours left in our drive here, and we're in the wide open spaces here now for sure. Let's take a look and see what we've got here. Oops, got a town to go through. Maybe we better pay attention here first for a second. Actually, looks like it's just going to let us go right through at full speed here. I better be a little careful here, but yeah, so about 100 miles out of Jackson. Big wide open spaces up here now. This is big sky country for sure. The other thing I noticed, now I'm not sure if people have been following this, but I just stumbled onto this story just a couple days ago. The missing YouTuber, right? Pepito, I want to say her name is. 22-year-old girl, right? It happened right north of Jackson, so it was supposedly like her last known spot is Grand Teton National Park, which is one of the vista points in Wyoming, which is just to the north of Jackson, if I'm not mistaken. And right, the story, what it was like, the last time she's been heard from is August 25th. She was traveling in a van, like doing a Western trip with her boyfriend, right? And then she disappears on August 25th. Last known location was Grand Teton National Park, and her boyfriend shows up home in Florida with the van they were traveling in, and he won't talk to the police. So she's been missing, what, for, gosh, 3 weeks now? What's going on here? Why has everything stopped? Accident? Must be when a car's on fire again? Oh, accident, yeah. But that, I mean, so it's kind of baffling here, right? So she goes missing, and how does your boyfriend show up in Florida with the van and then not say anything about where he last saw her? That's a little suspicious, right? It's kind of crazy. And I don't think they've found her or know anything else about her at this point, other than she was last seen, or the last known spot is Grand Teton National Park, which is, I mean, there's bears, and it's not the place you want to be hiking around alone. If you're a 22-year-old woman, 22-year-old man, you don't want to be hiking down alone. It's just not the brightest thing to do, is to be in a national park like that for an extended period of time on your own, for sure. So hopefully she's okay, but it's kind of a bizarre story, I think. Anyway, neither here nor there, not necessarily related to American Truck Simulator, but we're so close to the spot, it was kind of popped into my mind here. This is kind of cool country and cool driving up here anyway, though. So we're going to we'll keep chugging along here. We're a little bit, about an hour or so outside of Jackson, and we'll see you as we get close to the town. All right, I'm back. It's only about 15 minutes later, but this is a cool stretch of road here, just kind of curving its way through these mountains with the forest on the side. There's a little valley here, the river to our right, valley to our left. I mean, this is pretty cool nature. Western part of the United States can be pretty beautiful like this, huh? So we're just kind of weaving our way through here as we make our way up to Jackson. Just thought it'd be worth a little bit of a quick look here. Plenty of rest areas on this road. Anyway, yep, we'll be back in touch. All right, we're in Jackson. Here we are. City number 9 out of 10. Just one more to go to wrap up Wyoming, at least for that achievement part, not for the Cruising Wyoming part. But yeah, if we make our delivery to Riverton, then that's our 10th city there. So we could get the in-game achievement and the Cruising Wyoming event at the same time. Looks like our delivery's up ahead. We'll check in as soon as we get close to the parking. This doesn't look like they've done quite a bit. I wonder if there's a different part of Jackson that's more like the historic Jackson. It doesn't remind me of anything that Jackson actually looked like. So, sorry, we're here. I should have checked in. 90 parking. It's right there. Just to the left. Oh, that is a little tricky, isn't it? But this is super nimble. I'm tempted to just go past it, cut around that truck, and see if we can pull it in there. I think that's going to be the easiest way to do it. Just really approach it direct and straight. So we'll just come at it this way and see if we can loop. Because this trailer is so short, I think that we should be able to just pretty much put it where we want to, right? So we're kind of lined up pretty well for it already. We can look out the window here. And just... are we going to make that? I don't think so. I think we need to go forward a little bit more. Right there. All right, let's give it a go. Nice. That was kind of easy though, really. I mean, that was a fast parking, but this is a short trailer. That's pretty easy to maneuver compared to some of the bigger ones that we've been driving. But we're in. We get the 90 experience for bonus for parking, and we racked up another job. We had to we made a loan installment on the way that was almost $6,000, and we're only making about $4,000 on this job, so not too much. Ooh, but a good chunk of experience. Next time we should hit level 13, which would be fun. So there it is, Cruising Wyoming, 9 out of 10 cities now. We just have one left. All we have to do is go from here down to Riverton. I wonder if there's anything available, if it's going to be a common delivery, or we might have to... Sometimes these little cities, you know, the big ones here, you can see the big dots. Sometimes those little dots are hard to get, so maybe there's nothing there. But anyway, we'll give it a shot. Maybe we have to drive there. That'd be a bummer. And then pick something up. But we'll get it done in the next episode for sure. Thanks so much for tuning in and helping us cruise Wyoming. We'll see you in the next episode. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.